faces now. On the computer last year.
Questions from Makai?
Makai, do you feel like this is your first normal season in a while? I know you had to sit out after transferring and then there's COVID. Do you feel like this is a good fresh start for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Especially from my experience, I played at Providence 2 years and then had transferred and never really had a regular year like playing since then. So I'm definitely excited to see the fans out there and actually feel the game time environment.
How excited are you for Tuesday? You know, having this long time off the season approaching. How excited are you?
Man, I'm so excited especially for the guys. The freshmen, they coming in from all different parts of different states and stuff. So I'm happy for them guys. My little brother, he's definitely excited. I hear it every day talking to him and my parents. So I can't wait.
You guys feel your game ready?
For sure. We definitely a defensive-minded team, so I believe defense wins championships in games also. So I feel we're definitely prepared to play and in shape also.
Is it hard to pivot from that? I know last year and the years before that, this is much like run and gun offensive team. Now it's clamp it down, prevent the teams from scoring 70-plus points. Is it hard to make that change?
Honestly, it would have. I feel like it would have been a lot harder if we had the same team from last year. Going from that to this year would have been harder, but I feel like that we have a new coach and new guys at the same time. I feel that made the transition a little bit more easier than it would have been.
Guys, speaking of that, you got all these new faces. How much time does it take to mesh to get to know each other, and how long did that take?
I feel it was a lot quicker with this team. We just kind of gelled on the different level. I feel like the guys was just, they came in wanting to buy in already. So I feel they made it easier on the coaches for us to be able to buy in.
Makai, as you kind of came out of last year and then you go into this year with the new staff, your role in particular, how have you kind of felt that that's changed? Has it stayed the same, like as you as a player? How have you developed even in the short time, with Earl?
I feel they've wanted me to play a little bit off the ball as well, because we have a lot of guards. So there's gonna be times where we might have to play small. So I got to know a couple like off the ball positions, be able to score, facilitate from, or move around off the ball and stuff. So I feel like that's the way my role has been changed from this year to last year.
And kind of along the lines of that, of just communicating with your teammates, I know there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of new faces this year, and just being able to settle into those roles. Were there any growing pains, or was it just as you hit the floor, things started to fall into place?
I feel right as soon as we started getting to it, everything was just falling into place, because the guys were just, like I said, they've been ready to buy in since we got here. So it's made it a lot easier on the players and the coaches as well.
Considering, like you said, how weird the last few years have been, especially for you, was it good to come into this season kind of like with a real reset, right? Like new players, new coach, new everything, really.
For sure. It's been kind of there's been a couple roller coaster rides. I mean, a couple of days where it's kind of difficult for guys to figure out like a saying the coach has or something like that. Like, it's just everything's new to us. So as long as we have the right mindset and come in and work hard every day just to get a little bit better at something, then we'll be fine.
And for you too, like, how many coaches have you had at this point?
Man, 3. It's been the third. It's been the third coach. At Providence, then I transferred over here. Jim Christian, shout out to him, and now this year.
In the interim.
Oh yeah, and Spinelli as well. My bad. Yeah, so 4. Yeah. You got it.
When you, like, at this point, I don't want to say it's like you're kind of used to these adjustments, but like, how do you kind of handle it when you got a new, basically used to new?
Honestly, it's just like listening to what they have to say, because they're the leaders on the, like, I'm the point guard, supposed to be the extended leader of the coach, and the coach is the main leader though. So whatever he says goes. So buying in, like I said, he preaches defense, so you got to play defense or you're not going to play. So just buying into whatever they got going on and believing that this is the right way.
You kind of made me laugh when you said, like, trying to understand some of the things you might say, language or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you got to relay it to the team. Or whatever.
Exactly.
Can you pinpoint a time for me where you're like, all right, let me talk. Hold on, what did you say again? I don't know what.
There's been a couple times actually. Like I would say like this year we switched up like the names of our ball screen covers, and I would say they would say one from this year, and I would think it was the one from last year, and I would switch my feet, and coach yelling at me, and it's my fault, but it's just from last year. We done like it's been drilled so much that's what I remember. So.
Like you said, you're like a conduit for him, right, on the floor. Like,
yeah.
When did you start, or are you still developing kind of that relationship with him? Because a lot of it's going to fall on you one way or the other.
For sure.
So
yeah.
when did you start developing that relationship where it's like, me and you, we trust each other. I know what you're saying. I'm gonna get it to the team.
Man, since the first day, Coach pulled me in his office and pulled me aside and told me that I'm gonna be the extension of him on the court. So he already had this like built in with me. Like he talks to me every day about just little things that I need to get better at. So, and then because I can't preach to the team if I'm not doing what he's telling me to do. So, yeah, pretty much I know I'm the extension of him. So I gotta buy into anything he says and try to relay that to the players.
I did have one more. Last week I was here for a practice and you guys did that free throw drill. I'm sure you guys have done it before, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put two on the line, make a one and one or run, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool because like, sometimes it's not about running or knocking down free throws, but the actual drill is about like who's willing to be on the line when the pressure's on or whatever.
Exactly.
But at what point do you guys decide like, all right, man, we're not gonna run, we're gonna shoot it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it was kind of a confusion there because that was like the third time we did it, and the first couple times we was doing it, we was just everybody was shooting free throws. So no matter if you missed the first one, we on the line, you going back up and shooting it again. The last time we was just going through and everybody was just shooting. If you missed it was on to the next person. So and then he kind of switched that up on us the last time. So we was a little confused, but we got through it though. It was a lot of running.
Is it fun knowing that everything, in my eyes anyway, that I've seen, feels like a competition? Like there's a score on, there's a consequence and a reward. Like everything kind of matters, even if it's practice.
For sure, everything game like you gotta do everything like we in the game, or it's not gonna correlate over to the court. So every time we get out there doing whatever, we gotta do it, like shooting free throws, layups, anything. It's gotta be game like getting the sweat. That's what he want. He be out there sweating with us. So you gotta be out there sweating or you ain't working hard for real.
You know your brother better than any of us.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he right now in terms of his game, and how much has he improved since last year?
He's improved a lot. His mid-range has got a lot more consistent. It was pretty good last year too, but he's a lot more confident in himself this year. So I'm excited for that.
What aspects of your game do you think will be flourishing in this offense?
Definitely my playmaking, my jump shot. Definitely worked on that a lot this past summer and all throughout these last couple months. Finishing. That's pretty much, and defense. Obviously, defense, because that's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he emphasized talking a lot on defense. That's what he kept saying. It seemed like you guys were kind of slow. It wasn't going that well at first, and then you guys kind of picked it up during practice with the communicating with each other.
Yes, sir. That's what he preaches. All the assistant coaches be on us about talking on defense, because there's going to be thousands of people in the crowd. So if we're not talking, nothing's going to happen. Nothing good is going to come out of that. We're not going to know what's going on behind us. So as long as we're talking and communicating, then we should be more comfortable. It'll make us more comfortable on the court playing with each other.
How does today's practice compare? Are those drills things you're doing most days, or are you changing your training as you get close to the beginning of the season?
Now we pretty much what you've seen is what we do. Pretty much we try to drill, like we try to perfect something within these couple months, because we've been together for not that long, to be honest. So it's kind of hard to get it right off the bat. So we just been drilling it and working on it every single day, and what you see is what you get.
Just talk about the bigs. I haven't seen this kind of height on this team in a long time, or if ever. You know, just how this point guard getting those guys involved.
Definitely, they tell us all the time that if they have a positioning in the post, get it to them. No matter if it's James, if it's QP, if it's my little brother, get it to them and play off of that. Try to cut off, get a little back door or something. Like, it doesn't have to, they don't have to score out of the post. Like, they can still throw it out, set a screen, make another play for us or for them. And especially them being that tall, you just lob it up to them, they'll tip it in or something. And that's just an easy little assist for anybody on the team. So that's definitely a strength for us right now.
Anything else from Makai?